Hello everyone, this is about the Dbxl. You know your wheels are all flapping in all directions. Undo the nut there, pop that up there, pull that back. Alright, one is due to a shim that sits behind this nut, bolts everything together. So what you do, you pull that off, and as you can see I've already got some shims in there. And another little one there. So what you need to do is buy like a couple of different sizes. The other problem is the whole thing keeps moving up and down. That's another easy one. Just get your Allen key, undo the lower one, which is like that. That's going to come out. And we've got an upper one. Now with this one you need to get a 8mm spanner really, and then just pop it in behind, and then you can get to it. So we're not moving this without the old power to the servo. So this one goes in here. Because the other side doesn't have any playing at all. I've done the other side. I thought I'd quickly do this one. Just if anyone else has got all this play, which I don't think is a good thing for the old, that's just the nut from the top up there, where I don't really think it's a good idea having all this play and then finding out your drive shafts break and bits, but this is where we want to get to. Now you've got one of these little shims in the top, and there's another little one in the bottom. Now these don't come pre-shimmed or anything, they just come as they are. But as I say, you can measure your distance, see what the problem is, and just put one shim in the bottom. And that'll go back in there. And I think I've got another size as well here, so it's one that's slightly thinner. I might pop that one in the top. So again, this one. This goes in the top. So like that. So you've got two shims in there. This should go back together. Now the thing is, when you're putting it back, you're going to instantly know if they're tight or not. That feels good there. So what we'll do, just top one's a bit of a pain because I've got to use that little spanner to get it in. Come on. Oh, that bottom one's in. Lower one's a doddle because the nut can't fall out, so you're laughing there. Right. They're nylock nuts, so you haven't got to go too mad tighten them up, but just nip them up so they're okay. The top one, let's get that all aligned up. Now, oh, that feels good. Now, before you all nut it all up, you can do a little quick test if you want. Just turn your radio on and power it up. This one's got the dual servos as well, which is great, because you can turn the steering literally on the spot, where the single one it finds it quite difficult. Now that's all free, so we'll turn that off. As I said, this is the difficult bit, is trying to get this nut up into the top of the hub. But it's worth doing all of this It doesn't take too long. Sometimes it's easier to use a cheat a little and grab a magnet, and then you can just pop that on the magnet, remembering to keep the nylock side downwards. And sometimes, if you're lucky, it will go in there. That's good. Beginning to bite. And then with this one, as I say, you just put whatever shims you need in there. So when you put this back on, the pin is just nipped up enough, so there's like no play. Now look, when I get that, there's hardly any up and down movement. See, we've cured all of that. That's got a tiny little bit of play in it, but I'm happy with that. And then obviously you just grab your wheel, pop your wheel back on and tighten it all up, and that will cure most of all the play.